Mine's not as. I don't think mine's as interesting as that. That's more. This is more like, oh, one day I went to a zoo or something like that because I went to.
Oh, trust me, I didn't think mine was interesting at all. I thought yours was going to be the headliner for this one, for this segment. But carry on.
Well, I went. So lockdown has been pretty much. It's been easing up as days go by, and now more sort of not necessarily mass gathering events, but like theme parks and stuff like that. They're opening, but they've got some sort of restrictions, like one-way systems and all that kind of stuff. So me and my family went to West Midlands. I think it was Monday. So we had Tuesday, and we had I had a lot of time booked off this month for that. And while I was there, we started going on the roller coasters and stuff because the queue for the safari was massive, and if you just go through there on its own with your own car, it takes an hour anyway. So screw that if you just see a massive influx of cars, and probably the animals are not going to be that bothered. They're going to get bored after a while. So,
I mean, I worked at a safari park for a number of years. I can attest to that.
Yeah. So, like, a lot of the animals are interesting. You can feed a lot of them. At first, I think we saw like an antelope or something like that, and my niece, who was about 8, was feeding it, but it didn't want to stop there and just took the entire box and ran away. So there was that. There's some places where you don't want to feed, you can't feed the animals, like when you go into the lions area or the wild dogs. This African wild dog was decided to just go by my sister's car and just sleep under the wheel. So, like, what to do? You can't even get out of the car to move it or anything. So she kind of had to, like, slightly maneuver left and right just to avoid this animal. And not hear any squeals of any sort.
Yeah. African wild dogs, the pheasants of Africa.
Yeah. So
have you ever driven on a country road trying not to run over a pheasant? I mean, it's
no.
Those things just really are stupid. They really are.
Speaking of birds, actually, so we got to the goat area.
Segway.
Yes. Boom. Through the TARDIS we go. So there's a massive sign that says "Do not feed." I think goats, they must bite or something, or they must ram your car. I don't know. They've got frog's eyes from what I've seen from them. But from what I remember, yeah. So my mum was like, "Oh, roll the window down so we can feed them," and I was like, "Well, that sign says we can't feed them." And then my mum said, "No, it says don't feed the swans. Look at the picture." And I said, "Mum, that's a hand holding food." And we just all burst out laughing. There's just like the should have gone to Specsavers moment right there. And then the last one, which I was a bit petrified because we were feeding this massive camel, and like I'm not particularly scared of camels, but I don't know their nature, so I don't know whether they're gonna bite me or anything.
Spit at you.
Spit at me.
Arnold in what was it, Conan the Barbarian, had a run in with a camel.
Ugh. Yeah, so I was sat in the back seat in the middle, and Addie, my niece, wanted to keep on feeding this giant, and he was kind of poking his head through the car, looking for more food. And I think he must have smelled the ones that we dropped on the floor, the pellets. And in the process of rubbing his head across, he slobbered all over my vape, for one. I was, oh God.
Just more chemicals to put into your body.
Forget COVID. This is much worse. This is going to make my heart rot from the inside out. Yeah. But the worst part was when he came back for more, and we bought this guidebook, like this massive map. And what does the camel do? We didn't expect it. He just reaches in to grab the book, yonks it off my niece, and just starts chewing on it, absolutely eating it. And it looks like he's either got cotton mouth or he's been just come back from brushing his teeth, because he's just like their stare is like they can't even fathom what they've just done to themselves. Or to us.
Was it a good book?
Possibly. I don't know. Good illustration if he really wanted to.
He wanted a closer look. He just was like,
yeah. Yeah. Oh God. Oh. Well, next time I'll buy him Nuts magazine and see how he. So
Brazils, walnuts, you name it, almonds. Got
yeah.
it covered.
Speaking of walnuts, it's really hot out, isn't it? Okay. Moving on. So,
Oh my God, TMI, Jesus.
hey, so actually, we've just dove nearly 50 minutes into this, so I think we're keeping on schedule a fair bit.
Oh, we're rocking.
Yeah,
We're rocking now. I'm feeling good.
I feel like God right now. I don't want to be modest, or well, I don't want to be cocky, but yeah.
So
I'm
am
definitely
I
God.
the devil on your shoulder,
Or Jesus, whichever you want.
pushing you? Yeah.
I don't know what.
Well,
What are you pushing me to do?
I'm trying to get a beard going. You know, so I've never been able to grow a beard very well. You know,
Just get a soul patch if you want to be the devil, and then a massive goatee if you want to be Jesus.
I thought you were going to say get a soul patch if you want to be Jesus. suddenly Jesus is this sort of beatnik kind of Maynard G. Krebs poet type. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez. We're already on course to offend so many people. This is a good start.
Guys, I'm Jesus. Just keep that in your minds. Look at me. My beard is growing back. It's resurrecting.
Yeah.